Well, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Hunt Ready. We're about the beginning of August here. Back here, out and back, messing around with some of my food plots. Just put in a little bit of this Domain green machine. Just picked up this Solo hand spreader. Worked really good. All these other plots, I either just did with my hands, or some of them I used one of them push around like lawn spreaders, and they do not work worth a crap out here. So save yourself the trouble on that. Don't use those. Get yourself a good hand spreader. That Solo spreader, picked it up on Marketplace for like half price, and that thing is smooth, man. That works really good. Do a quick little tour here. So the No BS plot that I just put in here, I just hit it with a disc. It was some clover and just some weeds. I just planted some clover and stuff in there earlier this spring to just kind of keep something in there worth a while. And I didn't hit it really deep with the disc, so that clover is probably still going to come through again. And then so when this No BS, or when the green machine dies off, hopefully that clover is back there again. But quick little tour here. This stuff here is, let me think about this. They got tons of names. That's Sugar Mama. Yeah, all the Domain seeds have a lot of crazy names. This is Sugar Mama. It's like kale, turnip, something else. I don't remember, but this spot, like over here, got really wet this spring, and never got anything really planted in it. So just one day I came out and threw a bunch of this out, and it came in really good. You can see that. There's weeds in my plot. I don't use any type of weed control. I don't know. Everybody's always told me that deer don't care about the weeds, and I talked to a guy that's been doing food plots for a long time, and he said the deer prefer the plots that had not been sprayed with like Roundup or something. I don't know. It just makes it easier for me if you don't have to do any type of weed control. This is just a little bit of corn behind me. It's Bloody Butcher corn, just something I wanted to plant. This plot right here is Dirty Bird from Domain. All the plot seed I used is from Domain, other than back here is corn and soybeans. That's just stuff that I got from some local farmers, leftover stuff. This Dirty Bird was coming in really good, and then we had a derecho a couple weeks ago and knocked it all over. But you can see the sunflowers coming in. There's sunflower, millet, sorghum. You can start to see, I'm assuming that's the sorghum that's starting to come up now through everything when it's dying off. But that was a really cool little stand here before the wind knocked it all down. And then this plot right here is Mother Load from Domain. Like I said, you can see, so you can kind of see this would have been way less weedier if I had a good spreader. You can see the strips that basically I missed. If I hold this up, see the tall weeds kind of growing through there? That's strips that I'd missed with that stupid yard spreader. Like I said, don't waste your time on that. Get a good hand spreader. But this is Mother Load. It's got soybeans, peas, lab, whatever the heck that is. I still don't know. And maybe something else in there. But this plot was looking really good. Again, that derecho knocked a bunch of it down, and then them weeds kind of stood up taller. So I don't know if all that stuff kind of got knocked down in there. But the soybeans are right here. They're looking good. It's got soybeans in it. Then my plot here is, and then this is all in an old alfalfa field, so I got strips, kind of trails going through here that's still alfalfa and ryegrass. But the corn, you can see I got corn and soybeans in here, and that goes all the way down. That's my Mother Load, and then there's on the backside there more corn soybean mix. And then I got a trail cut through there. And there's a little bit of incognito from Motherlode. So just kind of messing around back here, guys, just kind of playing around. Yeah, I've got a, so let's see, how I first set this up, I plowed everything up just with an old 2-bottom plow. I got an old John Deere tractor, 2-bottom plow, and I borrowed a disc from the neighbor. Last fall, I plowed this plot up and that plot, and then in the spring I did that big spot back there where the corn was. Definitely works better if you can get your stuff plowed up in the fall and let it sit all winter and then hit it with a disc in the spring. That worked better than plowing and discing right after each other. The dirt just broke up a lot better. But everything out here, corn and everything, I broadcast spread that. You guys don't need to go buy a fancy planter or anything. And this is just regular field corn that I got left over. Same with the soybeans that are in here. I planted the corn way too heavy, so it's kind of killed off some of my soybeans, but the beans are still in there. We'll see how it does. This is all just for fun, screwing around. But definitely planted the corn way too heavy. But it's coming in good. You know, starting to get corn on it now. Everything's drying out. So it's looking good. The turnips and the kale and this right here is doing really cool. Or maybe it's radishes. I don't even know. But probably planted that way too heavy too. I just hand spread that, and I mean, look at that. It's like a green carpet, man. Really hoping that's gonna do some, bring in some deer here this fall. We will hunt back here if we're getting deer back here. Just have the kids hunt back here or whatever. But yeah, pretty fun. So this here, I mowed it. Like I said, it was clover. I mowed it just tonight. It's probably a little too wet, but we got another storm coming in tonight and for the rest of the week. And then looks like it might be dry for a while, so I want to get something in the ground now. So I mowed it off, hit it with the disc, used that hand spreader to spread out some green machine, and then I just took the 4-wheeler and drove over it a bunch to get it packed down in there. That's something I noticed on those other ones. The more packed down that soil is, like where you drove, or where I drove the 4-wheeler when I used just an old cattle panel to drag everything in over there. Where the 4-wheeler tracks was, it grew way better. So that's what I did. I just drove over it a bunch with the 4-wheeler. Pretty simple. What else? No fertilizer. I didn't fertilize anything. You know, just farting around, trying to keep it simple, you know. I don't know. We'll see. If the deer don't like weeds, then we'll do something different next year. But pretty sure the deer are not going to care, and probably actually prefer the weeds and the corn and stuff like that come the fall. I don't know. You know, I'm not looking for high yields or, you know, anything. We're not farming. We're feeding deer. So I think it's going to be good. Like I said, the corn and soybeans I got for nothing from some farmers. It was just left over, and hopefully, actually I already got some lined up for next year, so I'll do the same thing again. Probably going to make that way bigger and do something a little bit different out here with these plots, just to kind of facilitate hunting out here a little bit better. But for a trial run, really happy and having a good time with it. If you guys are looking for any kind of plots, this Domain stuff, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, this Domain stuff is coming up really good. Super happy with all of it. And what else? Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a tractor and a disc, it'd make it a lot harder. I'm lucky I've got access to a tractor, a plow, and a disc. I don't know, if I had to like hand till all this, that would suck. But So get you a little tractor, get you some old farm equipment. It's harder to come by, and they're asking a lot for it now because everybody's doing these little food plots. But it's fun. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll show you here hopefully in a week what this stuff looks like. It's got oats and peas. That might even be all that's in this one, is oats and peas, snow peas. I don't know if I'm early or late on planting this, but winter rye, oats, winter peas, forage rape, and radish. So I threw in a handful of that Sugar Mama just for giggles. And then I had some, I think it's urea, old leftover lawn fertilizer. I threw a handful in there just to see, you know, good or bad. Who knows, probably not enough to even do anything, but so we'll see how she goes. Hopefully a little bit of that clover comes back in, but if not, I'm not too worried about it. So really looking forward to seeing how this works out for us here this winter. But anyway, appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one.